Hey there, curious explorers. I'm Maya, and this is my smart Alecki buddy, Professor Pippin the Penguin. Today we're on a mission to answer a soggy question. Where does rain come from? Is it magic, or maybe giant water-spitting dragons? Nope, it's a wonderful loop called the water cycle, and we'll follow every splash from the ground all the way up into the clouds. Grab your imagination caps, because in the next few minutes we'll soar into the sky, meet fluffy clouds, and discover how tiny drops become a thunderstorm. Ready? Let's dive into the adventure together. Zoom, our trusty sky lift whirls us up into the breezy blue. Look, meet Cloudy, the happiest cloud you'll ever see. He's practically a walking, talking cotton candy. Cloudy loves to share secrets, and today he's going to tell us how the sun helps water climb into the sky. Imagine the sun as a giant hairdryer, warming lakes, rivers, and even our backyard puddles. When the water gets warm, it wants to escape, so it turns into invisible vapor and rises. That's the first step of the water cycle, evaporation. Can you feel the heat? Let's watch the magic happen together. Here's the star of the show, our golden sun. When his warm rays kiss the lake, each teeny tiny water molecule gets an energy boost. Think of it as a superhero cape that makes them zip upward. They turn from liquid into vapor, a process scientists call evaporation. It's like the water is turning into invisible steam, sneaking past us into the air. To see it for real, you can try a simple experiment at home. Place a shallow dish of water in a sunny window and watch the mysterious mist form on the glass later. That's nature's own steam engine powering the water cycle, ready for the next stage. Look at those tiny travelers. As they rise, they join millions of other vapor buddies, creating invisible rivers that swirl and twirl high above us. This upward journey is called uplift, and it's helped by warm air currents, kind of like an invisible escalator. The higher they go, the cooler the air becomes, and the water vapor starts to slow down. Imagine all those steam-capped superheroes gathering together, whispering to each other in a secret cloud club. As more and more vapor piles up, something spectacular is about to happen. Can you guess what? Keep watching because the clouds are about to get a makeover. Aha! As the vapor climbs, it meets cooler air and starts to stick together, forming teeny tiny water droplets or ice crystals. This magical transformation is called condensation. Think of it as the vapor's version of a group hug. Those droplets gather and the cloud puffs up like a giant marshmallow. The more droplets that join, the heavier the cloud becomes. It's the same trick we use when we breathe on a cold window and see fog. Our breath condenses into tiny droplets. So Cloudy is now a full-blown, droplet-filled cloud ready for the next big step. What could happen when a cloud gets too heavy? Let's find out. Here comes the grand finale of the cloud story, rain. As more droplets crowd together, the cloud gets heavier than a sack of rocks. Gravity, the invisible pull that keeps our feet on the ground, says, "Time to let go." The droplets combine into bigger drops, and when they're heavy enough, they tumble down as rain, sleet, or snow. That's precipitation, the Earth's way of returning water to the surface. Look, Maya's umbrella blooms into a rainbow, showing how sunlight and raindrops can create magic together. So with a splash and a sparkle, the water's journey back to the ground begins. Where will these droplets travel next? Onward to rivers. The raindrops hit the ground and start a wild race down hills, valleys, and into sparkling streams. Meet River Ricky, the happiest river in the land. He gathers every drop, big or small, and carries them toward the big blue ocean. This part of the cycle is called runoff, water flowing over the surface, carving rivers and filling lakes. It's why after a rainstorm you might see puddles dancing into streams. Runoff also helps plants sip their water, but we'll see that later. For now, watch Ricky wind his way, humming a watery tune. Soon we'll discover where all those adventurous drops end up after their river ride. River Ricky now empties into the grand, glittering ocean, the biggest water bucket on Earth. All those raindrop adventurers join millions of others, mixing into salty seas. The ocean is the ultimate storage tank for our water, holding about 97% of it. From here, the sun's heat starts its next trick, warming the surface and coaxing water to rise again as vapor. That's the start of a brand new loop. Think of the ocean as a giant playground where water takes a quick dip before heading back up. Maya, did you ever wonder why the ocean looks sparkling? It's glittering because of tiny droplets reflecting sunlight, just like our own water droplets. Ready for the next liftoff. Look, the sun's golden rays kiss the ocean, giving water a burst of energy. Warm water molecules dance, break free, and rise as vapor, just like they did over the lake earlier. This endless upward journey is called evaporation, the first act of our water cycle's encore. As the vapor climbs, it joins the sky's bustling highway, heading for another round of condensation, clouds, and rain. It's a never-ending story, looping forever, keeping our planet alive and green. Maya, you can try a mini evaporation experiment at home. Place a bowl of water in sunlight and watch the mist appear on a cool surface nearby. Science is everywhere. Let's zoom out and see the whole picture, a sparkling loop that never stops. From the sun's warm hug, water evaporates, climbs, condenses into clouds, falls as rain, runs through rivers, rests in the ocean, and starts over again. This cycle moves water, energy, and life across our planet. It's why plants grow, why we have fresh drinking water, and why weather changes. Every time you see a puddle, a cloud, or even a snowflake, you're watching the water cycle in action. Remember, the Earth's greatest superhero is not a cape-wearing hero, but a simple droplet traveling on an endless adventure. What a whirlwind of wonder! We've traveled from sunny lakes to fluffy clouds, raced down rivers, and splashed into the mighty ocean, all in just one loop. Remember the key steps: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and runoff. Each part works together like a team of superheroes, keeping our world hydrated and healthy. Next time you see a cloud drifting by, think of Maya and Professor Pippin's adventure and smile, knowing you just witnessed science in motion. Keep your eyes open because the water cycle is happening right above and around you, every single day. And that's the splash-tastic story of the water cycle. Now it's your turn to become a water detective. Grab a notebook, watch the sky, and write down where you see evaporation, clouds forming, or rain falling. Try a simple experiment. Make a mini water cycle in a jar with a cup, plastic wrap, and a lamp. Watch condensation turn into droplets. If you loved our adventure, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more science fun with Maya, Professor Pippin, and friends. Until our next quest, stay curious, stay splash-filled, and remember, science is everywhere.